Good morning again, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about humility again. Humility is defined as our response to God and the beginning of understanding. In awe and with gratitude, we recognize that we are born into God's creation, which is vast, and into God's story, which is already in progress. Humility and respect go really hand in hand. And let me just ask you a question. Have people ever disrespected you? You say that they're not showing you any respect or they're just putting you off or something like that. Well, you're certainly not alone. The habit of treating others with respect has taken a nosedive in recent decades, but thankfully it hasn't disappeared altogether. And as you can be on the cutting edge of restoring this habit to daily life because you have the inside track on what it means to show respect to others. The words respect, honor, and esteem are all over the pages of your Bible. You can look up these words in any dictionary and find a lot of abstract definitions. You can remember these simple guidelines by showing respect. Treat other individuals courteously. Submit to authority and give reverence to God. Now that you know what to do, you need to know how to do it. How can you treat individuals courteously? Well, you don't need to read a book on etiquette to figure this part out. When it comes to people, respect involves placing another person's needs and comfort and wishes ahead of our own. It means moving aside so that they can get ahead, both literally and figuratively. It includes listening to what they have to say without dismissing their ideas in advance. It entails little things, like holding a door open for another person, and big things, like always speaking well of others. It consists of giving credit where credit is due, recognizing someone publicly for a job well done, extending kindness to a stranger, and never failing to thank someone, even for the smallest gesture of kindness on their part. Respectful acts towards individuals come in so many different varieties that you'll never get bored with them. Now, how can you submit yourself to authority? Well, right now, you're probably still under the authority of your parents, as well as the authority of other adults, such as teachers and bosses. Treat them courteously and be obedient to them, not only in your actions, but also in your heart. And right now, we also have to be very respectful to our government officials as they try to lead us through this time in our lives when we're all trying to figure out what to do with this coronavirus. By listening to our government agencies, they will be able to keep us safe. Now, for you as a believer, humility means supporting your government officials at all levels in prayer. They need God's guidance to make wise decisions you're hoping that they'll make. And just pray for them as your day goes along. You know, we give reverence to God by obeying Him, giving Him first place in our life, by loving Him, worshiping Him, praising Him. We honor God when we give Him the credit for His work in our life. When you introduce others to Him, when you consider of greatest importance those things that are important to Him, you show respect for God by loving other people and by taking care of His creation. Humility, seen through respect, honor, and esteem, flow from a heart that's completely given over to God. You cannot honor God without honoring other people and the authorities that are placed over you. By becoming a model of respectful behavior, you bring even greater honor to the God you serve. As the days progress, and as today progresses, I have some reflection questions for you written down below. Just take some time to spend with God, to pray, to think about these questions, to think about the honor and respect that we need to give Him, and also, when people disrespect us, how can we treat them in return? And the answer is not disrespecting them too. How can we not repay others in the way that they sometimes, treat us? Okay? Have a great and wonderful day. We sure do miss you at the school. Hope to see you soon. Aloha, everybody.